some personality to be confidence. Wait, give me 1 second. How to do that? Oh my god. Right, with all messages visible to me. Go with that. No, no. Okay, let's continue. Wish you very, very happy evening to you all, and thank you so much. Thank you so much coming in my life, and I'm feeling, blessed in my life to build your confidence. Good evening, AR Kumar, and welcome in this class, Influence Skill Academy, as well as if I talk about my channel on YouTube, Awesome Blossom English Learner. So, welcome to everybody. If you will have any problem regarding English speaking, listening, writing, watching, vocabulary, pronunciation, voice modulations, how to go with therapy, and how to do jaw exercise, if you will have any problem in every corner of English subject, then you also can ask me freely regarding the language, how to build your communication style, so that of course you can say that you have very great command in English. Let's continue. So I already mentions into with that the topic I already mentions, then we will talk about the confidence. uh, I was preparing a topic in the morning, but I just completely forgot what was the topic, which I have to highlight it today, this evening, with you all through my live classes. But when I just attend the lecture at 6:10 with my student, and she just prepared the topic how to build the confidence. Is it important or not? And how much is valuable? So we are talking about today's all segments of the confidence, so that you can understand the strong powers or weapons. Is it or not? Let's continue. See, I would love to tell you one thing. No matter what kind of degrees you have, no matter how many talents you have, no matter how much you are educated, no matter. But thing is that if you are confident, it is really important to be confident, not having aspect of the educations or degrees or talents in your pocket. Why is it so? Suppose you are so much talented, you have great post, but thing is that you are unable to express your idea. You are unable to say no when you want to say no to somebody. You are unable to say yes. Either you want to say yes, but somehow, okay, I'll do it. It means you want to do it or you do not want to do it. You aren't aware about that, about your choices. It is very important to know what you want and what don't you want it. Suppose if you want to sleep, if you want to take rest, if you want to do study, if you want to do anything, you have capability to have the decision in your life which is relate of yours, then you will have to learn how to go with that. It is a part of the confidence. It means you don't have confidence to say no, or you don't have confidence to say yes. It means somebody is giving to you the order, then you are following. It is indicate that you are the servant of the person, or you are giving the respect to that person. It is very important. See, be a servant into the home. It is a different and devastating things. But if you are giving the respect to somebody, or the person is actually having the value in the respect, it is the relations. It means somehow the person is trying to give the value in your life, but somehow the person is taking the benefit by that stupid regards. It means you're the fool here. The person is not fool, the person is making to you fool. So do not make fool into your family. Do not make fool to yourself outside. Don't make fool to anyone else or in front of anyone. Simultaneously, if you are outside or in front of many people, no matter, but it is important to be, not to be a fool, it is important to be a genius. But how to go with that? It doesn't mean that how much degree you have then you should be intelligent. There are many students which I am observing nowadays. They are having the classes of English speaking, they are having the classes of the public speaking, they are having the classes of the personality development, they are having the classes how to speak, how to say no, how to say yes. Don't you think they cannot speak? I'm not talking about this English language, I'm talking about in every language. They are unable to present what they want, what's their choice, what's their desire. They aren't aware about that. For that things, we will continue these things today as now. How to say no, how to say no, how to say yes, how to go with that. Okay, we will think about, we will take time. I will think about it. Let me check it. Let me go with that. Let me try. You will have to learn these answers. It doesn't mean that you don't know how to speak. Let me check it. Let me see. Let me analyze. Let me observe it. Let me have the some space. You should have to learn these things, so that of course these things make you strong, and that strong emotions gives you as a confident a person. If you're really aggressive to know these things, of course this video for you only, this class only and only for you. Still, you will have any query, you can ask me freely. Not once, not twice, not thrice. You can ask me 10 times, 100 times, 1000 times. You can ask me 1 lakh times. You can ask me million times. Trust me, I am here to reply with humble of heart. Why is it so? Because I want to fulfill the value in your life, and that is why I always be here with humble. It doesn't mean that I am kind hearted. No, not at all. It is only and only how can I make your life very beautiful, so that you can take a decision. It is indicate that how much you are confident. Let's continue. Whatever you have questions, drop your questions, so that of course I also can give the shots of the solutions. Let's continue. Good evening. Yes, good evening. AR, good evening, English learner. English learner, yes, ma'am, you're right. Thank you so much, ma'am. I have a questions for you. Please continue, AR Kumar. Whatever you have, you can ask. Definitely, you can ask. Okay. That's cool. Shoot your questions. Whatever your questions in your pocket, just try to come out with those questions, so that of course I also can give you reply one by one. Let's continue. I'm speaking, so I am. Yes, you can. I am not getting your not. It is not full of questions, Kamla Pandey. You will have to go with that full of questions. Now let's continue. I'm talking about the pub. I'm talking about not public speaking. I'm talking about the confidence. See, I just noticed there are some of police officers, doctors, advocates, teachers, professors. But somehow, don't you think they are unable to speak in English? They are able to speak in English, but because of lacking of the confidence, they think we cannot speak in English. So this is the thing that I just thought, that why should I not make video for you all. So that is why I would love to tell you one thing, that you can do whatever you want. That is why you are capable, and that is why you have degree. You didn't buy the degree by the green notes. You had the degree by your efforts, which you had actually put it hard work, and you just did your study day and night, and that is why today you are so much qualified as compared than others. But still you are looking here and there. It means this is a stupid things. It is okay if you think that you have lacking these things. It is completely fine. Just try to have the classes, adapt atmosphere, continue the classes, so that of course you can work on these things. But still you are unable to present yourself, so it means somehow it is prove it. It proves that somehow you are lacking in that confidence. If you get to know these things in you and these things going on with you, so definitely you will have to check it this video, and by that things I would love to tell you my secrets, which is you can think that my life drastically changed. Really, because of that confidence, my life extremely 100% drastically changed because of that confidence. I'm not saying that I'm too much confident, but I am. What do you think? I was? No. I wasn't very confident, which I have today. Do you think so? That I had completed the educations, I had done lots of courses? No, not at all. Whatever I had or whatever I was before 5 years back, whatever I am today and presently I'm talking, that's talent and education, that same I had still in my pocket. There is nothing to increase in my personality, but still how I can say that today I'm confident, and yesterday like not yesterday, before 5 year back, I was not confident. When you just adapting the atmosphere, and in the atmosphere, if people actually thinking that you are the woman, you are the daughter-in-law, you cannot do it, it is not your responsibility, it is not your choice, it is there are lots of terms and conditions on the bahu, and that is why that bahu, that daughter-in-law, thinks that you cannot do it. Either you have talented, but still you just accepted that you cannot do it. So if somebody is trying to kicking you out again and again, don't accept it that you cannot do it. It is okay if you are not ready to reply to them, it is okay, don't reply, but you will have to keep belief in you that you can do it. Seriously, if you will try to start to say that you can do it, you can, but you just accepted that you are unable, or you can, definitely that day that you just killed yourself before your last having a breath. It means आप अपनी आप वैसे नहीं मरते हो, like you don't think that you are die today, but still actually you are internally die, you are solely die, because you accepted the challenges, you accepted people are thinking about you, what that things you accepted that you aren't or you can't. That is why you just accepted that. It means I can't, it means that day, that moment, it is indicate that you die. Not your body, not your internally, not your breathing. Your breathing is going on still, but somehow you still die internally and solely, because you accept the defeat of the life, that you cannot. So this confidence will make you strongest. This confidence will make you how to take your decision, how to say no, how to say yes if somebody is trying to say that you are unable, you are the dumb person, you are the zero person, you are the woman, you have only and only responsibility to manage the home, you have responsibility because you are the children, you can play only, you cannot have the decision, you cannot manage the company. No, not at all. If you are 10 years old, it doesn't mean that you are just only a child. You, if you have great talent, if you have great skill, so of course this confidence will make you to manage the company. Okay, there are lots of questions now, I think so. Okay, Kamla Pandey. That was the first questions from Kamla Pandey side. I'm speaking, so I am nervous. Okay, Kamla Pandey, if you are speaking, while speaking, if you are having nervous, why you are feeling nervous? Could you please tell me, Kamla Pandey, if you are there, if you think that you are feeling nervous? Because of that, people are watching you, people are noticing you, that is why you're feeling nervous? If answer is yes, then it means somehow you think about the people. If answer is no, then tell me what is the reason behind that, Kamla Pandey. If you think that people are watching you, people are listening to you, people are thinking that you are speaking right or speaking wrong, if you are thinking like these things, then totally I would love to say, do not give the value to the people. Give the value to yourself, give the priority to yourself first. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to speak up. At least you will be able to give the message what you want to say. Otherwise, people will prove you that you are absolutely wrong. If you want to listen that you are wrong, then you have to keep quiet. But if you do not want to say that you are not wrong, you are the right, actually you're the right, you're the parent decision is actually right. So if you want to have that segment in your mind, then you will have to go with that. No, I will have to speak not for the people, I will have to speak for me. Clear? The next question is fantastic English learner. Why, ma'am, only language is set for maximum country? Okay, English learner, I would love to tell you, I love it. This question, last week actually somebody was asking to me. I don't know that was you or that was A.R. Kumar. I don't know. Okay, I tell you the maximum. See, I learned very great things in the shorts of video, and I didn't remember that YouTuber name, but that was very great. And he just preferred to teach to the students UPSC exams, UPSC preparations. He always train to the students how to crack your UPSC exams. I would love to tell you one thing. When I was watching a video, in that short video, there is very beautiful notes. Right now, I'm going to share with you. Let's listen to me carefully. In the court, somehow the person is charging on you that you just stole somebody's things, right? तुमने किसी की कोई चीज चुराई. और I will have to continue with Hindi so that you can understand what I want to say and what is the value of the language here. तुमने किसी की चीज चुराई, एलिगेशंस लगा, एंड यू आर इन द कोर्ट. ठीक है, आप कोर्ट में गए. अब क्या हो रहा है, कोर्ट के बीच में, इट मीन्स जज और वकील के बीच में बात चल रही है, जो कि सारी क्या हो रही है, इंग्लिश में कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है. बिकॉज इन द कोर्ट इट इज़ रियली इंपॉर्टेंट और रियली नेसेसरी टू हैव द डिस्कशन ओनली इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, नॉट ऑन हिंदी. तो क्या होता है, तब फाइनल डिसीजन की बात आई. बात आपके लिए हो रही है, आपने चुराया या एलिगेशन लगाया, जबकि आपने चुराया ही नहीं है. लेकिन एलिगेशन लगाया, किसी ने लगाया है कि आपने चुराया है, और आप प्रूफ कर सकते हो, बट स्टिल यू आर अनएबल टू प्रूव इट. व्हाई इज इट सो? बिकॉज ऑफ द lacking of the language. You aren't aware about how to use this language. You don't know how to speak English, or you don't know how to speak any another language. तो एक लैंग्वेज के चक्कर में आप अपने आप को प्रूव नहीं कर पा रहे हो कि आपने चोरी की है या नहीं की है. आपने नहीं की, बट फिर भी आप किसके कटरे में खड़े हो? दोषी के कटरे में खड़े हो. अब दोषी के कटरे में खड़े हो तो क्या होगा? You will have to accept the decision of judge, and you cannot do any kind of thing. What's going on between two people? They are having discussions between your advocate and the second advocate, right? They are having conversation in English. But now what happened? अब आपको पता नहीं है, क्योंकि आपको इंग्लिश नहीं आती या कोई भी लैंग्वेज नहीं आती, आपको पता नहीं कि क्या चल रहा है. और लास्ट में क्या हुआ, आपको दोषी करार कर दिया गया दैट यू आर द थीफ. आप चोर हैं. ठीक है, आप चोर हैं. अब ऐसा क्या हुआ, आपने कुछ करा नहीं है फिर भी आप चोर कहलाए जा रहे हो. आपने कुछ करा नहीं है फिर भी आप दोषी के कटरे में खड़े हो. आपने कुछ करा नहीं है फिर भी आप नोटों की गड्डियाँ दे रहे हो. क्यों दे रहे हो भाई, क्यों? आप अपने आप को प्रूफ कर सकते हो अगर आपके पास ठोस, आपके पास पूरी नॉलेज है, ठीक है, लैंग्वेज की, देन यू कैन प्रूव इट. नाउ just look at that deeply. Listen to me carefully what I want to say. Why I just share this quotations to you, why I just share this short note, because of lacking of language, the persons cannot prove it that he is criminal or he is not criminal. It means he is thief or not. अगर आपके पास लैंग्वेज की शक्ति होती, then you will be very smart. You can be prove yourself that you did or you didn't. Getting my point? तो लैंग्वेज को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लैंग्वेज को जानना या नहीं जानना, ये कोई अनपढ़ता की निशानी नहीं है. इट इज़ नॉट अ थिंग दैट यू आर एजुकेटेड और यू आर नॉट एजुकेटेड. लैंग्वेज डजेंट prove you that how much you are qualified. Language prove it that how much you are knowledgeable person. So if you are having or if you are adapting some of language, so I don't think so, it doesn't mean that you are not good or you are good. It is awareness towards to know any language, so that of course at least you can prove it at the time somebody is trying to charge on you, somebody is trying to put the allegations on you which is completely wrong against your personality. I hope you got that. Thank you so much. Next, ma'am, please read. Yes. The next questions. Appreciate your struggle. Thank you so much, Vinod Kumar. Next, you have opportunity to become boss of English. You have opportunity to become a boss of English. Okay, boss. Sorry, you have opportunity to become a boss of English classes. Then what is your feeling? The time you want to take that meeting with a million of people or not? Yes, oh my god, you're just making very crazy to me, R. Kumar. Thank you so much. See, when I got opportunity to be a trainer or boss in English, either I'm working on my English language. I am not saying that I'm perfect 100%. No, still I'm learning lots of things. I am learning. Either I just did my IELTS training, but still I'm learning lots of things. It doesn't mean that my learning stop. And I don't think so for a be a teacher, be a trainer, be a boss, that your learning stops. Your learning will never ever stop if you are the perfect. If you want to be perfect in your field. And if I would say that, yeah, of course, I would love to have the conversation in front of the million. And this is my desire internally, solely. And if you will ask me my last dream, when I will have my last breath of my life, what will I do? I will have to only and only say, then I would love to I would love to deliver my speech when I will having my last breath of life. That time it would be the last desire to have a great speech in English in front of the million and billion people. Why is that so? It doesn't mean that I want to promote the English language. It is only and only it is important that I want to tell the people, if the lady want to do it, if the women want to do it, if the ma want to do it, why gods didn't give me opportunity to become a doctor? I wanted to complete my study, but I couldn't. So that is the different part, and I couldn't complete the study. I wanted to have the study, but somehow the family's work responsibility, the relatives didn't allow to me to go into the college to continue the studies, and that is why I couldn't completely according to my desires choice in the educations. But yeah, I would love to go with that. Thank you so much, AR Kumar, to see these things in my real life, and I can feel definitely one day I will deliver my speech in front of million and billion people. And I always feel whenever I just deliver my speech on the YouTube channel, through my live classes, through my recorded videos, I always feel that I am talking in front of million and billion people, so that I can say when my video will be won, definitely they can say that I did something great. Either I don't have, but I could say. Next, Air Kumar, the language for us speaking, but why language important to write? And we can also take exam for from oral. Oh, you're the really smart, Air Kumar. You always want to, you also want to save your timing, not for the writing. You always want to save the timing in the oral. I would love to tell you one thing. See, exams are really important, not for the writing, not for the oral, it is also important for the writing. Why is that so? Because of that, writing sections will prove how much you are capable according to the grammar structure, and grammar indicate that how much capacity you have to be confident to prove you that you are right or you are not right. I tell you how. Suppose while writing sections, you can capture your mistakes according to your grammar sections. You can capture your errors. But while oral, while speaking, so it doesn't mean somebody is noticing your grammar or not. It is not important. It is really important to give the messages to the audience. So people can understand your emotions, people can understand what's going on in your mind, people can understand what's going on the tongue, people can understand what you want to give the messages to the audience. But a writing of paper, everybody cannot read. Only and only the persons can read who is actually checking your exams. Who is checking your exam and who will check your exam? Your trainer, your teacher will check your exams. So this is the thing that you will have great opportunity. How much you are how much you are. I hope you got that. Now the next questions, I am not getting any questions by Ashish side, by Vinod side, by Divyan side. Okay, let's continue. Soni ji. I don't know where is Soni ji. Okay, fantastic English learner. Ma'am, when I was not talking your class, oh my god, you're my student. Who is that? I think you're Veer. Okay, fantastic English learner. Ma'am, when I was not talking your class, I feel that I cannot speak in English. It is very tough. It was very tough. But after joining your class, okay, after I feel that I cannot speak in English. It is very tough. But after joining your class, I learned that how to speak in English. But why that time I was thinking that it. Okay, very important, very touchy. Like this questions touch to my heart, and I would love to say this is a touchy question. Touchy question means इस question ने मेरे दिल को छू लिया. Okay, let's continue. You know why you were thinking that you cannot, and why you were thinking that it was very tough for you? Because that time you were learning, you were started to learn how to speak in English. The second you just thought, you used to think like that you couldn't speak English. And there is also can reason that you just think that it was not in my hand, ये मेरे बस की बात नहीं है. Like ठीक है, ये मेरे बस की बात नहीं थी. तुम ऐसा सोचते थे, just like think that you cannot do it. It was not in your hand, it was not cup of your tea. And that is why all things were tough for you. But today, when you just did concentrations on the learning, on enhancing your speaking, and today, tell me truth, that you feel tough. I am sure about that. You always feel enjoy, and you always smooth while speaking in English. Am I right or wrong? Tell me yes or no. Next, it is very difficult. But my can you explain, ma'am? Okay, uh, it is very difficult, but can you explain me why I was thinking like this, ma'am? I've already explained. Because that time you weren't ready to speak in English. You just thought that you didn't have the command in English. That is why, and you were not familiar with that language. That is why, or maybe you were not smart in the English language. And I would say that now 7 or 8 months has had done. Before that, when you just started my class, you didn't have the experience 8 months journey of English. Now you did. Now you will have experience of 8 months journey or 10 months journey, right? So that is why I hope you got that. Next, ma'am, can we learn English without learning grammar? Still you are learning. Still you are speaking without grammar. As I notice, I just please just try to watch the video. I already record the video through the live sessions on the YouTube with Veer. Try to search the video with Veer. I just made a video live at 7 o'clock with Veer from Noida, and you can see the drastically change in in his personality, and he was speaking very smart. He was speaking very damn. So I would love to tell you, beta. Suppose if you're thinking that without learning, still you are speaking English good, but just notice when you just did some mistakes according to the grammar, it this sound is not good or great. If you want to be great, if you want to be good, so it is really important to learn grammar. Otherwise, it is not important to learn grammar, but for that things, to be confident, to be sure, to be perfect, it is very important to learn grammar. Now you are capable to speak in English, but thing is that somehow when you just speak at the time, you speak sometime wrong. You cannot capture, but I capture these things. Even I tell you one thing, even I am learning also, I am also learning English grammar. There are lots of structure which I am learning today as well in the grammar, but somehow when I just speak it just the speaking style slip me on the grammar. I am working according to the grammar as well today. Next, why those people who knows why those people who know that how to speak in English, they prefer to speak in Hindi. Why, ma'am? Oh. Your question are really smart. So much genius you are. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious personality you are. Fantastic English learner. Okay. See, every time 24 into 7, if anybody, suppose if I just say about me, if I can speak English, I am capable to speak in English, I am able to speak in English to present myself 24 into 7, or every time I can speak English. It doesn't mean that I cannot speak Hindi. Hindi is our mother tongue. It means Hindi is our native language. It is a mother tongue. So why we just forget this language? We cannot forget this language. This is our native language. Native language is also important as the global of English. Because of that, why is it really important to speak Hindi sometime? See, you can speak English, everybody can understand English, but somehow sometime in your home all body are unable to understand English. So it is really important to speak with them Hindi. English, for the learning of English, it is not important you have to speak only and only English. You cannot speak Hindi. No, Hindi should be your first priority, then you will have to come go with that English. But at the professional life, I would love to say that you will have to give the first priority to that language which you just need to communicate into the office, into the business field. Getting my point? Into the business field, whatever the language you just need to speak, you need to reply, you need to give the message. It is really important to learn according to that business language. Business language, suppose you are working into the company and that company is Korean company, so you will have to go with that Korean language. If you are actually going with that British, then you will have to go with that British accent too. Clear? Uh-huh. I hope you got that. The next questions, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. For oral, that's done. And the next questions, how to speak, but why the time I was thinking that okay, it is done. Ma'am, can we learn English without learning grammar? It is also done. Yes ma'am, can you speak with the meaning of query? It is done. I don't know, it is okay, it is done, it is done. I was thinking like this, man. It is English learning. It is very difficult by okay, like this, man. Okay, like this, ma'am. Mm-hmm. It is done, yeah. Okay, million people. It is also done. Yeah, I can speak with million of people. I can speak definitely. I don't have experience to speak in front of the million people, but I can. I I will never ever give up. If I will have opportunity, definitely I will go with that to speak in front of million people. Next questions, why it's happened? Okay, Ashish. When a boy who like any girl, oh, he doesn't have. He doesn't have confidence to talk with her. Okay. He doesn't have confidence to talk with her. Okay. If your question is that you want to talk to somebody, you want to talk the female friend, then but you are unable because of that lacking of the confidence, what will you do? Why it is happen? Okay, why it is happen? Because of that, it is happen. It is the problem just because of that, the system of the thinking process, the system of the thinking process. I tell you, Ashish, one thing what happened, like we sometime as Indian, or we just having very worst atmosphere sometime, and that is why we just make very worst mindset. Our thinking process are really vast, and that is why this thinking process make to us ridiculous mindset. It is happen why we are unable to speak in front of opposite gender. Either if I think that I'm a girl, I'm unable to speak with the boy, or boy can't speak with me because I'm a girl. Why it is happen? Just because that adapting the education in the quiet school. In the schools, they just prefer to have the qualifications to both gender, boys and girls. And there is also maybe reason that because you had done your educations, I'm sure about that, with the boys school. That is why, so you are not familiar, you are not comfortable. Whenever you try to interact with the girls, you just feel unconfident. You just feel that it is not in my hand, I can talk to anyone. Girls, it doesn't mean that girl is thinking about you wrong, or you are thinking about that girl's wrong, or you are going to propose to that girl. No, it doesn't mean it is not a sound that somebody giving to the purpose. But thing is that we are not habitual to interact with the opposite gender. That is why the second would be misunderstanding, or misappropriate the communications. Somehow, suppose you are not feeling that you are unable to speak with the boys and girls, but somehow you just think that girls can judge me because of your English communications, because of your speaking. Or maybe you don't have that much type of educated as compared that girl. You just start to judge at the level of education, at the level of speaking language. I'm talking about language, not English, not Hindi, French, anyone. See, so if you want to speak with anyone, you will have to be like that. It means if you are capable, it is okay. If you are not capable in the aspect of the language, in the aspect of education, it is okay. Yeah? You also can say that I want to talk to you, and that is why could you please give me your precious time to me. Okay, so it is happen, it is not with you only, it is happen with every boy or every girl who are not having or consuming, or who are not pursuing their study in the quiet schools. In the quiet school, what happened, they are completely having atmosphere to have the conversation with girls. Girls can do with boys, boys can do have the conversation with the boys, and it makes a very good relationship as friendship. And it is also, we just think not only every time boys can be brother and girls can be a sister, why they also cannot be friends? Analyze that every girl is your a good friend, not a girlfriend. Every girl cannot be your sisters, not your elder sister or younger sister. Rather than, you will have to, if you just prefer to call to girls sister every time, it is important to give the respect, not as sister. You also can give the respect as the friend of her. By that respect, definitely she will give you value, she will give you importance, because somehow you are giving the respect to that girl, which she deserves that. So for the deservations, it is really important to give the respect or value. It doesn't mean that you are calling to somebody the sister, but you are not giving the respect to that as sister also. Getting my point? Now, the next questions, please. How persons can build the confidence? Ashish, your question is very different, but I would love to go with that. I would love to go. Oh, yes, I can do it. And please just try to neglect my background, the noise. There are lots of noise I can know. I know very well, but yeah, you will have to be adjust with my background of noise. But you will have to continue. How to go with that? I would love to hear to continue with you all. Ashish, how a person can build the confidence? Only and only how you can keep, how you can build the confidence. You will have to have the belief in you. You will have to learn, say yes, I can do it. You will have to accept whatever you didn't in your life, but now on the words you can do it, each and everything which you didn't have experience, which you didn't have the knowledge in your life, but you have ability to do in the future. You can do it whatever you want 2 days onwards. For that things, for the building of the confidence, it is not only 1 day practice, 1 year practice, 1 century practice, 1 second practice. It is just only 1 second practice that you can build the confidence. Try to keep belief that you can do it. Never ever give up. Just try to do it. Do it. Never give up. The next. Oh my God. Love you so much, AR Kumar. Your questions make me, your questions motivate me a lot today. The question is that, listen to me, guys. The question is that, man, with my friends in my schools, in the online class, I can speak English very easily. But that is so hard for me to speak Hindi. How can this possible? And Hindi is our native language. Because now you just started to feel smooth while speaking in English. Now English become a cup of tea for you, and that is why you feel English. When you just speak English, you just feel that you are speaking Hindi just like as a native language. English, by English you can be, now you just became in English very smooth. So this is the comfortable zone which you are feeling. You are not feeling awkward while speaking in English. That is why. And the second reason would be there, that you are not taking stress while speaking in English. You are feeling so much enthusiasm. You are feeling so much peaceful. You are feeling so much not hectic. You're feeling very easy while English. That is why you just think that English is very easy as compared the Hindi or native language. Next. Oh my God. Fantastic English learner. The next questions would be, people who I know people who I know that how to speak in English. Okay. But see, some people prefer to speak in Hindi. Why, ma'am? I already did reply on that. Actually, I just repeat the answer. It is okay. Actually, they who they know, who knows, like I what I'm saying, who know very well about English, who have very great command in English, who can speak English, who can speak professional English, who can speak business English. Either they prefer to speak in Hindi, because of English. It doesn't mean that we have to have the space between me and between you and the between that person or another person. Because of English language, they prefer to speak Hindi. Because of that, they want to build the relationship between that or the relative one. So they have intentions to build the relationship. They want to make a coordination. Because of that English language, they do not want to make any kind of misunderstanding. And sometimes you just see that I also prefer to speak in English. Even I like it very good. I like so much to speak in English, but I also don't prefer to speak in English with business people. But as you think that my son, my children also can speak English, but I don't prefer to speak with them in English because they don't like English language. They like to me have the conversation with me in English, in Hindi, and that is why I prefer to have the conversation with them Hindi. So it doesn't mean they don't know English or I don't know English. I also know very well English language. They also know very well English language. But thing is that I don't want any kind of making clash between me and my children, and that is why I prefer to have the conversation in Hindi. Okay, thank you so much, Air Kumar. You don't have any questions. I would love to say only one thing. See, language is not a barrier. Language is connecting to build your career as well as to build your personality. Because of language, if somebody is trying to going far from you, so do not follow, do not adapt any language. But it doesn't mean that you are not deserve to learn any language. Learn each and everything. It is really important to have the awareness towards the language. I already mentioned, as to be a criminal, it is really important have the knowledge of the language, so that of course you can prove to yourself that you are not a criminal, you are the gentle person. So be a gentleman in your life. If you want to be gentleman, definitely you will have to have a great knowledge, not in the language. You will have to great knowledge to say yes, to say no, so that of course you could say that you have great command in English, you have great command in skills, you have great command in education part, you have great command how to build the relationship, right? How to go with that. Suppose you are earning a lot but somehow your relation is not good, so what is the meaning to have the money? There's nothing meaning to have the money in the home, in your relationship. But it's really important to have the good relationship, to have the love relationship. So for the things, it is really important to be happy in your life. I would say bye everybody. Have a great day to you all. Good night. Sweet dreams. Take care to you all. Bye.